Are you wondering how much a home costs with a golf membership? You want to move to Naples, but you want to make sure that you can golf in your neighborhood. I'm Chris Alley. I'm a local real estate agent in Naples for 26 years. I love to golf personally, and I'm going to show you what some of your options are on buying a place here in Naples, Florida with a golf membership. There are many different types of golf memberships. In Naples, you have access to bundled golf communities that have equity memberships and non-equity memberships. So what I'm going to do is to show you what has happened in the last 7 days here in Naples, Florida real estate in golfing communities so you can get an idea of what to expect when looking for a place here in Naples with a golf membership. So in the past 7 days, there's been 29 homes that have sold in golfing communities. When I say golfing communities, I am talking about bundled golf, equity or non-equity. I'm not talking about any of the neighborhoods that may border or be in a public golf facility, because those homes are pretty much standalone homes and you just have a bonus for living close to a public golf course. So we're really going to get into fees and what it costs to join some of these clubs. All right, so now we're going to talk about some of these neighborhoods, and I'm going to organize them by the development so you can just have an idea of what type of communities are charging what type of fees for your golf memberships. The first one that we're going to get into is a home that closed in Audubon Country Club. It's a single family home. It sold for $1,932,000. It was originally listed for $2,249,000. So this home is a 3-bedroom plus a den, 4 baths, a little over 3,800 square foot home with a pool. But we're not here really to take a look at photos of the homes. We really want to take a look at what are the fees to live in these types of neighborhoods. So Audubon Country Club. Audubon Country Club is a golf non-equity membership type, which means you're going to pay your initiation fees to join the golf club, and when and if you do sell the home, you do not recoup those fees. So currently, the mandatory fee is $62,500. In Audubon, it's also paired with some other fees like one-time fees of $33,000 for a special assessment for the neighborhood, a transfer fee of $3,700, and an application fee, which is your background check, which is going to be on all these we talk about today. Your total fees in Audubon Country Club to have a non-equity membership one time, $99,350. Your annual fees will be $21,117. Along with that, your carrying cost will be your tax bill, which currently for this homeowner is $8,407, and that is homesteaded, meaning they're getting a discount for having this as their domicile. So let's take a look at some more neighborhoods. Let's take a look at Cedar Hammock. So Cedar Hammock is a bundled golf community, which means that every home in the neighborhood is going to have golf privileges for your club. So this house in particular, it sold for $175,000, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,232 square foot turnkey. So you can see here some of the photographs, and we're going to get into the fees. So the fees for moving into this bundled golf community is $12,700. That's a one-time fee. And then your annual fees will be $17,608 a year. The tax bill for this particular home is $2,702. So once again, this is a bundled golf community in Cedar Hammock. Now here we have a community that is an equity golf membership, and that is Eagle Creek. So in Eagle Creek, a 2-bedroom plus a den, 2 bathrooms, the sales price is $280,000 based upon original asking price of $325,000. This is a condominium attached to many of the other residents, and there is your clubhouse and the amenities. Let's get to the fees. So remember, this is a golf equity community, and your initiation fee for your membership is $125,300. That's a one-time fee. And then your annual fees will be $38,664 with a tax bill of $2,853. Again, this is Eagle Creek, and this is an equity membership for golf. All right, here's a really popular neighborhood, Esplanade. So there's a couple different Esplanades. This Esplanade is located off of Immokalee Road. So this home sold for $1.8 million. It was originally listed for 1.895, 3 bedrooms plus a den, 3 bathrooms, 3,000 square feet. We'll take a look at some of the photos. As a single family home, it stands alone from the others. Comes with a swimming pool, and here's all the amenities. Just a few pictures of what you get when moving to Esplanade. Esplanade is a bundled golf community, and let's get to the fees. So there is a one-time fee of $10,000 in Esplanade for your bundled golf membership, and your total fees per year are going to be $16,294 a year. That's your annual fees. Now, the tax bill on this is $18,718. So that's your cost that you're going to have yearly for a home like this in Esplanade Country Club, which is a bundled golf community. Here is another bundled golf community. This community is called Foxfire. It's bundled golf, and this particular residence is a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 1,200 square foot that was sold turnkey, which means it comes with everything, and it sold for $325,000. Here are some photos of what the condominium looks like. Here's your amenities that you have. Let's get to the fees. So again, this is a bundled golf, and the fees, one-time fee, $15,900 at the time of closing, and then your yearly costs are $15,592 a year for full golf privileges in this bundled golf community. The taxes on this property are $2,357. Here's another bundled golf community, and it's called Glen Eagle. And for this home, it sold for $485,000, 2 plus a den, 2 bathrooms, about 1,500 square foot furnished. And you can see that this is a condominium that's attached. It has a garage and the indoor furnishings. You see all of the amenities, but let's get to the fees. So in Glen Eagle, as I mentioned, this is a bundled golf community. So your one-time fee is $8,075, with your total annual fees for your golf membership so your total fees that you'll have per year is $14,131. The tax bill on this property is $3,141. All right, so here is a very exclusive community called Gray Oaks, and they have a golf equity membership here that comes with this particular home. So this home sold for $1.6 million. 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a little over 2,400 square foot unfurnished. Let's take a look at some of the photos. You can see it's an attached dwelling from over here, and there's just a glimpse of the clubhouse and the amenities. Gray Oaks is a golf equity community. The fees are currently $130,000. So your one-time fee, $130,150, is your one-time fee to join the club in Gray Oaks with the purchase of a property. After that, your annual fees are $39,096. Now, this property has a tax bill of $5,646. It does not say that it's homestead, so this person was more than likely seasonal. Here's another bundled golf community, Heritage Bay. Heritage Bay has single-family homes, and it also has condominiums. This particular home is a condominium that sold for $365,000. 2 bedrooms and a den, 2 baths, around 1,400 square foot, turnkey. Let's take a look at the photos. You can see that it has covered parking. This is a condominium. Now moving to Heritage Bay and a bundled golf community, your one-time fee is going to be $10,150, with your annual fees being only $15,842 a year. So the tax is $4,577. And again, this is not showing homestead, so more than likely this is a seasonal home. Now here is a smaller community called High Point Country Club. It is a bundled golf community, but it's a very small golf course that you can walk the entire course. So in High Point, this condominium sold for $280,000, two bedrooms, two baths, just a little over 1,000 square feet. You can see that this home doesn't have any of the upgrades that some of the other ones do, but let's take a look at the fees. So your one-time fee for joining the club of High Point is $225, which is the lowest one that we've seen so far. Your annual fees will be $12,000 a year, and taxes on this property were $2,682. This is Naples Lakes Country Club. And so Naples Lakes Country Club is another bundled golf community. And this home sold for $385,000. It's a two-bedroom, two-bath, a little over 1,400 square foot turnkey. And this is a condominium. There's kitchen and all the furnishings, the living room, the view, the parking area, and some of the amenities that you'll get while living in Naples Lakes Country Club. So your one-time fee to move into this neighborhood is $13,100, with your annual fees being $20,940 and a tax bill of $2,706. Again, this does not say that it is homestead, so this more than likely was a seasonal place. So here we are in Quail West. Quail West is a nice private exclusive neighborhood. This home sold for $2.7 million, three bedrooms plus a den, four bathrooms, 2,700 square foot furnished. We'll take a look at some of the photos, then we'll go to the fees. So you can see it has its own private pool, and there are some of the aerial views of the community. So Quail West, as I mentioned, there's golf equity and non-equity. So Quail West has an initiation fee of $100,000. Also has some transfer fees of $14,750. So your one-time fee to move to Quail West with your golf membership is $114,900. So the total annual recurring fees, $29,668, with a tax bill of $24,230. All right, so this neighborhood is in Stonebridge. Stonebridge is a bundled golf community, and this particular home sold for $415,000, was originally listed for $450,000, two bedrooms, two bathrooms, 1,500 square feet. We'll take a look at a few of the photos, and you can see that this home is a condominium. It has the covered parking. Here is some aerial photos of the community. So the fees for this bundled golf community at Stonebridge, your one-time fee is $15,750, with your annual fees being $22,280. Tax bill only $2,800 a year. All right, here's another bundled golf community. This one is in Treviso Bay. It's two bedrooms, two bathrooms. It sold for $375,000, a little under 1,200 square foot. Here are some of the photos, and you can see the view of the water outside, and all of the furnishings that are inside has the view of the water. So let's go to the fees. So the fees, one-time fee is $7,800, and your annual fees are $12,968, with a tax bill of $6,052. This home is located in Windermere. Windermere is a very established private club. It is a non-equity golf community, and this home sold for $1.6 million. It was four bedrooms, three bathrooms, about 3,500 square feet. We'll take a look at some of the photos, and then we'll go to the fees. This is a single-family home. There's the outdoor space. There's some aerial photos of the clubhouse and the golf course. Now let's go to the fees. So the fees to live in Windermere with your non-equity membership is $125,300 one-time fee. Your annual fees, however, are $9,904 on this particular property, with a tax bill of $6,684. And that is the fees for Windermere. So you may be asking yourself, Chris, there's many different options that I see here. There's bundled golf, and there's equity, and there's non-equity. What are the differences? So with a neighborhood that has bundled golf, that means everybody has golf. So you're going to want to make sure to plan ahead to make sure that you have your tee times in alignment. Whereas the more private clubs that have the equity and the non-equity, They limit their memberships so you don't have to be waiting for and they limit their memberships so you don't have to wait for your tee times, and you have more exclusive benefits like no waiting or just coming up and showing up to play golf whenever you want and not having to compete for tee times and being able to play at your leisure and not having to wait. If you are planning on purchasing a home here in Naples, Florida with a golf membership, feel free to contact me. You can also take a look at the resources and you can search properties in the links below. There are free resources in the description below to search for a property. There's also a Naples, Florida home buyer's guide as well as a Naples, Florida seller's guide. So maybe you're in one of these golf communities and you're looking to sell your home. Anyway, remember, people like you do reach out to me each and every day to talk about real estate. Thank you for watching and hang around for this next video